I'm Firefighter Luke Warner, and today we're going to talk about the different types of portable fire extinguishers we have here at the Godfrey Fire Protection District. We'll be talking about the different types of fires they can fight, how they work, how to operate them, and also how to maintain them. So first, let's quickly brush up on the different types of fires that they can fight.
Class A fires involve what is considered ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, and natural or synthetic fiber cloth. Class B fires involve flammable liquids such as gasoline or ethanol. Class C fires involve energized electrical equipment. Note, it can be eliminated if the power supply is disconnected. Class D fires involve combustible metals such as magnesium or aluminum. And Class K fires involve cooking oils and fats that are engineered to stay extremely hot in order to cook food faster.
Now we'll be talking about the two different types of fire extinguishers, some of their characteristics, and what they're doing when they're being operated. We have a stored pressure, which its contents are kept under pressure in the cylinder, and you have cartridge operated, which won't be under pressure until it is activated. With the stored pressure, you have the cylinder, the drop tube inside, trigger with valve assembly that goes to your hose and nozzle. On cartridge operated, have your top cap, your plunger, which when pushed down activates and punctures your compressed nitrogen cartridge, which pressurizes your cylinder, which when the trigger at the end of the hose is pressed, will send your agent through the outlet at the bottom of the cylinder. So when we pull our pin on a stored pressure and we press that trigger, whether it's compressed air or compressed nitrogen, is going to push down your agent, which is filled about 3/4 of the way full, pushes down, causing that agent to go up through the drop tube, through the valve, and through the hose and nozzle. For stored pressure, the P stands for push down the plunger, which activates or punctures this compressed nitrogen cartridge, pressurizing the cylinder, which is also filled about 3/4 of the way full with agent, and forces it out the bottom and through the hose when the trigger is pushed. Now we'll talk about the different kinds of fire extinguishers we have here at the Godfrey Fire Protection District. Now we'll be talking about the different kinds of fire extinguishers we have. First, we have the Class K, which is for Class K fires only and has 6 liters of wet chemical compressed to 100 psi with nitrogen. Its approximate total weight is 21 pounds. Next we have the water can. It is for Class A fires only and has 2.5 gallons of water compressed to 100 psi with air. Its total weight is approximately 27 pounds. Then we have the multi-purpose ABC extinguisher, and it is for Class A, B, and C fires. It has 20 pounds of dry chemical compressed to 100 psi with nitrogen. Then we have the Metal X. It has 30 pounds of Class D dry chemical, which will be compressed to about 100 psi once the cartridge has been punctured. Its total weight is approximately 54 pounds. Now we're going to talk about the acronym PASS. First, the P stands for stored pressure to pull the pin, for cartridge operated to push down the plunger. The A stands for aim, which, standing about 8 to 10 feet away from your fire, you're going to aim your nozzle at the base. The first S stands for squeeze, which is squeezing the trigger. Then the second S stands for sweep. While starting at your 8 to 10 feet away, you're going to sweep your extinguisher at the base of the fire, slowly advancing and going to past each side by about 1 foot. Keep in mind, if you're doing this inside, make sure to have a means of egress to your back. If doing it outside, make sure to have the wind in your back. Now, we're going to demonstrate using a fire extinguisher in a training environment. So, I'm going to start 8 to 10 feet away from the base of my fire. I'm going to pull the pin. I'm going to aim at the base of fire. I'm going to squeeze the trigger and sweep.
Lastly, we're going to talk about maintenance and inspection. For stored pressure, you want to check that the tamper seal is in place and through the pin and around the handle. Then you want to check the gauge and make sure it's in the green. Keeping in mind, even a little bit of discharge will cause the extinguisher to depressure over time. For cartridge operated, you want to make sure that the tamper seal is in place and around the hose and through a notch on the plunger. Then check the cap indicator. If it's up, that means either the extinguisher is under pressure or has been pressurized. Small dents, scratches, and rust spots are normal since fire extinguishers are designed to stay in service for many, many years. But scratches that go through the paint and to the metal, rust spots larger than a quarter, need to be inspected by our contracted third party. And the rule on dents is if the extinguisher is laying on its side and the dent can hold water, then that extinguisher needs to be taken out of service. So, hopefully you found this video informative. But remember, portable fire extinguishers are only intended to provide a first line of defense against fires of limited size. So when in doubt, pull a handline. Thank you.